Hello, thank you for joining us today. My name is Carlene.
And I'm Jay. We are also known as Jaylene.
On this channel, we recap and provide our reviews for Married at First Sight.
We'll be reviewing episode 3 titled Hard Launch.
Welcome to our first-time viewers, and welcome back to those who have been with us for some time. Thank you to those who subscribe, but if you haven't already, please do so now. And don't forget to click that notification bell. So we're going to start off with Clare and Cameron. Remember, they were getting ready to get married. So Cameron liked who he saw walking down the aisle, and he couldn't stop licking his lips. I like how they greeted each other at the altar, but I don't like the height. I just thought of Katie and Derek, and then Alexis and Justin. Remember when Alexis kept complaining about her neck? It seemed like Cameron and Clare hit it off well, all except for Cameron's ring. I thought the ring size wasn't a secret. In Clare's confessional, she thinks her new husband is adorable and doesn't mind the height. Well, at least not now. So after they said, I do, you know how they go out and they sit down and try to get to know one another. And Cameron says that if they were in a cafe, that they would be talking. So that's a good sign. Cameron had to pretend to be the godfather and put his wedding ring on his pinky finger because the ring was too small. And then Cameron wants Clare to go back to his country to get married so his family could be involved. And she seemed like she was on board with that.
I'm glad that she found him attractive. I wasn't sure if she was going to, but one thing I did notice was when they were going over the vows and things like that, as the minister was speaking, she couldn't look at Cameron at all. And I know I'm chalking that to nerves, but I feel like no eye contact at all. And her being a therapist, you would think that would be up her alley. I just found that to be very odd that she couldn't look at her husband or soon-to-be husband in the face.
When they were getting to know each other and talking about siblings and things like that, Claire said that her sisters were going to grill him. And I thought of Kirsten's bridesmaid and that whole grilling thing. I'm glad that she warned him. Now to the reception. So Cameron completely put his foot in his mouth when he told Claire she looked like she would attract codependent guys. Then he just made it worse when he tried to justify it. You know, Claire started diagnosing him right then and there. And I'm glad that they are attracted to each other and they kind of put it out there so there's no guessing.
I'm going to chalk that up to him saying something stupid that he's not from this country. So I'm going to leave it at that. But I don't remember how long he's been in this country. If you've been here a certain amount of time, you would know what to say and what not to say and how it comes across in our culture.
Claire's sisters didn't waste any time grilling Cameron. And Cameron seemed sure of himself until they started mocking him.
He seems a little too sure of himself. So I didn't know if he was playing or what. And I realized, oh, no, he's really serious about what he's thinking about himself. I'm like, that's not the spot to do that with the sisters, especially.
Now on to Emily and Brennan. So when Emily almost tipped over, remember when her veil got caught? I was like, what is going on? At least Brennan didn't keep going. Could you imagine? Brennan's parents been married for some time, and he's hoping to find the same thing with Emily.
He shouldn't be hoping. He needs to be praying because this is not going to work.
Now to the reception. So, you know, when they were sitting down having their meal, Emily liked kissing her husband, but she wasn't too pleased when she learned that she was older. Then they started talking about cars and Emily's activities at the bachelorette party. In his confessional, Brennan says that he likes her honesty and that she can say whatever is on her mind. However, he kind of looked away from the camera. He says that now, but I don't know if he's going to be happy with this unfiltered girl. Could that be the reason why she's never been in a serious relationship?
I cannot wait to find out.
So, when they were meeting with family and friends, Brennan's friends were not pleased with what Emily was saying about relationships. Was she drunk? Emily didn't like the guys that she was with because she said of how they were treating her. Who was she with? Brennan's friends advised her about being a good listener, and this is something that she needs to work on.
The only thing that stood out to me about this conversation she had with his friends was telling them that he can get some if he wanted tonight. I was like, why would you tell his friends that? Knowing they're going to go tell him, yes, it'll make the job easier for him to get some, but I would just keep that to myself and give him signs if he can get some. But during this process, I wouldn't recommend that, because if it's bad, you have nowhere else to go. You're going to think about the bad time. Two, if it is good, and then you guys have like a toxic relationship, it's just going to be tied into that. So it's a lose-lose situation, whatever you do, especially for her.
Okay, let's talk about Lauren and Orion. So at the reception, when they were dancing, Orion was able to give some information on his culture, and Lauren seemed like she was open about it. When Lauren told Orion that she never dated outside of her race, and when Orion said he never dated in his race, I was like, okay. Lauren was okay that Orion still lives at home with his mother because of his career choice. I'm glad that she didn't freak out. I mean, Orion had perfect timing. Lauren was talking about not wanting to be judged, and then he shared this story like, you can't judge me. So the meeting with family and friends. Lauren was glad to know that Orion's nickname was Onion, so now she won't feel bad for calling him that. Orion's sister gave Lauren helpful advice on how to communicate with him. I'm glad that they are both self-aware. Lauren's dad was happy that Orion knows how to fix things, but he wasn't pleased with Orion talking about going back and forth to Colorado and New York. I could see both sides. Lauren's dad is concerned that his baby girl is going to get hurt or have to move, and Orion just forgot he just got married.
I don't think the answers were bad for him necessarily. I just think he should have said, I need to speak about this with Lauren. I think her job took her there, or I'm thinking of someone else. But I think she works for IRA or something like that. So she can pretty much do whatever she wants, but I don't like how he said, I want a house on the East Coast in here. Like, I didn't know you were rich. Because that's how it came across. Like, yeah. But I like how the dad was kind of really grilling him, not in a rude way, but just letting him know, hey, these are my expectations. This is what you need to be doing with my daughter, for my daughter, and we'll see how that goes. But I really can't wait to see how this relationship turns out.
Man, Lauren's dad was grilling Orion, and then he let up at the end. So Orion really wants his new father-in-law to approve, or he wants his approval.
I understand that, but you don't tell the man that, especially a black man, Every person wants their in-law to like and appreciate them, but that just comes with time. So you prove you're worthy, you prove you treat his daughter nicely, respectfully, that will come in time.
So the last couple, Becca and Austin. Because of Becca's profession, she wanted to direct everyone in these pictures. She was like, you ain't gonna mess up my pictures. Becca liked making out with her new husband. Austin seemed like he was just going along with it. I'm not getting a good feeling here. It's just different when the girl is more into the guy, especially this early on.
I had the same reservations. It took me back to, what's her name? But they're from the Charlotte season. Amber and Matt. It reminded me of that because she kept saying she wanted to kiss him throughout the whole wedding day. That reminded me of that. And here, the only difference is I actually think Austin likes Becca. that wasn't the case with Matthew and Amber. Other than that, I have a good vibe about this couple. We'll see how that goes because he seems more reserved. She's more outgoing, outspoken, stuff like that. So that can be the yin and yang here. So, but this couple actually have a positive, hopeful vibe for them. It's like almost like is it Nicole and Chris from last season? So yeah, that's the vibe I get.
During the reception and when they were meeting with family and friends, on both ends, being direct was focused on. So buckle up, people. We're going to see Gina and Clint again. Austin looked overwhelmed when Becca's friends shared how she's like touchy-feely. I think he's concerned that he might be attacked by his wife. Austin's friends told Becca that he likes to take things slow. I like the warning Austin's roommates gave to Becca. It seems like she's okay with it. Well, that's all we have for episode 3. What are your thoughts on episode 3? We love to hear from you. Please put your thoughts in the comments. Please continue to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to click the notification bell so you won't miss any of our videos.
Later, everyone.
Bye.